So I'll give it a moment. And you can say this morning, noon, or night. We're going to go ahead and start it off. Before I go to sleep, or this time, um, be at peace, I call back my power to me from the north, east, south, and west. So you're saying this any time of the day that works best for you. And you can say it in the day, in the afternoon, and in the evening times. Call back your power. And, they were speaking about dreams and visions and so forth, and ways that people can try to attack you spiritually. But we were specifically talking about game stalking and someone stalking you. However, I do just recommend you calling your power back, because a lot of times you feel powerless when people are sabotaging your vehicle, and that's an attack on you. So it is a very serious situation. The first thing they usually recommend that you do is call the police. You can go online and file a complaint too, especially if you know the driver's plate number, and you want to just record an incident report. Say like the time I was at the gym, I would probably write that, because it's not an emergency. So I would probably go online to their online and record the incident. That's how probably I would do it personally. But before we get into that, let's finish this. So before I go to sleep or be at peace, I call back my power to me from the north, east, south, and west. I call back my power to me peacefully from all spaces and places I may have been, knowingly or unknowingly. I take back my powers from negative entities and energies that do not support me in my protection of peace and prosperity. I take back my powers from all meaningless contractual contracts that I have signed not knowing the harm it has caused me. I call back my powers, physical and spiritual. I take back my power, knowingly and unknowingly, that are from my oppressors' energies and entities disturbing my peace, wealth, and prosperity. And not through, I spelled the wrong through there. Infinity in protection of me from harmful consequences and entities into a powerful gain. And you just calling back your power. I call back my power to me from the north, east, south, and west. I call my power back to me from all the spaces I may have left it, knowingly or unknowingly. I take my powers back from all contracts that I have signed, physical and spiritual, knowingly and unknowingly, that are harming me for my peace, wealth, and prosperity and protection from harmful consequences and entities, turning my pain and misfortunes into a powerful gain. So I called around, because it was the holiday. Of course, they had a lot of phone services pick up, which is really odd. But if you go through a police officer, all of this just goes quicker. It still doesn't change the fact that the guy took the brake off. It doesn't change the fact that the guy who um, messed with the soft top and all that kind of stuff. So I still have to get in contact with him and handle this for me in a different way, just because of the situation. When you go to one of those type of facilities and stuff, you're not allowed to have your phone, and making videos and things like that. So it's very private. That it's not going to be something where you're going to be filming your entrance and things like that, because it is a private space, and it's for your protection. So you need to take it serious if you have a situation like that going on. I know for myself, I thought, well, it's by a school. Sometimes kids do stuff. Um, I didn't really think that it was going to continue because I didn't know these people. And it did stop, but then something else came up, and it's not the same person. So that's how I get how the gang stalking comes along. But here in California with the gangs, they are really separated. So it wouldn't be different nationalities doing stuff like that. Um, I really shouldn't be speaking on it yet until I get you more information. But just on my particular situation that I'm telling you about, at the time, I just thought it was just selected deranged type activity. But when I took it in to get the oil change, that's when I found out that there was another situation that I needed to tell you guys about, and that was really serious. And so I couldn't believe it because, I don't leave the car that often, only when I'm going to the gym or I'm at the library. So I was trying to figure out like how quick, but then the Jeep doesn't have a lock, so it's very easy for someone to have access to it, and that was just the reality of the situation. So it's pretty serious. I'm taking it serious, and I'm going to keep you guys informed. But because there's no questions or anything, I'm just going to go ahead, cut this live short. Like I said, morning, noon, and night is just like a prayer. You're going to be calling your power back. It's not something that you want to fear because you're not giving them that power. And so that's the whole point of calling back your power and taking care of yourself and doing what you have to do for yourself. So I love you guys much. If you have any questions, like I always tell you, note them below, and I will get back to you guys and let you know what's going on. Much love from California. This is Alisa Inez from California, and I will follow up with you guys next week. We are still drinking the tea, we are still fasting, and I will chat with you again tomorrow about the fasting. I've already showed you all the different teas that I have, and if I get a headache or feel like I need a bite of something, for me, my choice of food has just been some pecans. Um, and that keeps also having a bowel movement if you need to. And um, I just had the headache, so that could have just been because of everything that's going on. So, with that said, I will keep you guys posted and let you know, and we'll talk later. Much love and respect to all of you.